let me start with the most important flower in this garden. You gotta turn around.
Oh my
You
god.
gotta turn around. Come here.
No.
There you go. So that's the most important flower in this garden.
And then there is two more.
Don't forget.
Okay, so the two more are not around right now. So when they come, they become the most important flowers in the garden. Where do you want to start? Okay, let's start from here.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a good old ficus. We planted it about 3 years ago. It was a 15-gallon ficus when I planted it. It's grown about 8 feet, 7-8 feet already. Okay, that's a guava. I think it's a pink guava. These are, I think, orange honeysuckles or yellow bells or orange bells is what they are called. Oh, this one is very important. Someday this will be a 40 feet tall tree.
Uh-huh.
It's called a Caspia rainbow shower. It's amazing in pictures, but right now it's been in the ground for 3 years.
Okay.
It's barely grown. Hopefully someday it makes up. Yeah. That's a pomegranate. Again, they all went in about 3 years back. Okay, so this is one more. Most of the trees I have it in pairs. So this is one more Caspia rainbow shower. I had another palm, unfortunately I lost it. So they're all in pairs. So that's another guava. I think this is the white. So that one is the pink and this is the white, or this is the pink and that's. Let's take a look. Yeah, so this is. Oops. Yeah, it's white flesh. Cool. It's a pride in my garden. This reminds me of Delhi. It's a gulmohar. Very common, very beautiful tree when it comes in different colors, yellow, red, white. Very common in India. Very hard to grow in Phoenix. So I actually have two gulmohars. I have 4. I lost one, so I now have 3 gulmohars. Again, the dream is someday this will become like a huge canopy.
Yeah.
We'll see when.
Do you want to talk about the space here? What's the...
So this is basically for flood water drainage. We are required to have a little bit of dip in our property. So when we were doing the backyard, we wanted it to not. There was a thought, why not just cover it up? But then we said, let's just use the elements as they are supposed to be, and then we created this. The intent is elephants can climb up. Eventually, someday we'll have elephants in the backyard. So elephants generally need more room when they kind of step. So your steps are much wider.
Also, you mentioned kate on the terrace. Like how we in India we sit on the...
That's right, katte. So that's the other thing is we wanted a lot of sitting area when we were doing the backyard. And me being cheap, I said, hey, let's come up with something again that we didn't have to create new benches. So these became our little sitting pockets, and it's kind of the setup everywhere. More oleanders. This is a Venus mango. Recently we had a big fruit that finally, it's been in the ground for 3 years now, or 2 years actually. I bought it as 15-gallon, and a lot of people had given ideas on how to dig, how much to dig. Finally I went almost 2 feet deep, 3 feet wide. I bought a jackhammer just for this job. It's just sitting there. Yeah, so it's...
you have to talk about the name.
Oh yeah, finally. So we were waiting for it to fruit, and we wanted to see the fruit first before we would name the tree. So this was a little funny conversation me and my wife were having, and of course with our friends. Finally the fruit came out. Fruit was pretty large. The tree is named Zinataman. For those that know who that is, I hope you get the joke in it. And the tree is very beautiful. The fruit was very beautiful as well. That is a moringa. Again, went in the ground two years back. It was fairly, again, I think I had a 10-gallon tree here. It's grown very much. We only got one moringa from this so far. So I don't know what we have to do to actually start producing actual the fruits, but they say the leaves are very good.
Yes.
So I had a white hibiscus there
Okay.
that I lost. So I have another white hibiscus way back there. So for some reason, white hibiscus have not been doing well.
Okay, the reds are good.
Red, orange, yellow, they're all doing great. This is called the palm lane. So we have like, I don't know, some 15, 20 palms on this side. They're all pygmy palms, Robelani palms. So they would come to about 6-7 feet tall, multiple arms. Most of them have 3 and some of them have actually 4 arms. And some of them are like fast growing than the others. I don't know why. Lately, they all get the same amount of water and everything. But yeah, it's kind of been an interesting mix. So someday I plan to bring another tree here. I need to put another tree there. Original plan was to create more gulmohars, but looking at the rate at which they're growing, probably these will end up becoming ficuses. So again, 15 years from now, we'll probably have a... Yeah,
Yes.
it's just some ideas we had. One thing I'll tell you in the back though, like kind of when we were designing the backyard, we said we wanted to see the color to transition. So it literally starts with a green shade there, barely any, like almost like a Japanese garden look, although it doesn't look anything like that right now. But the plan was that it starts with a green and it kind of transitions, and by the time you go to the end of that fence, it becomes red.
Okay.
So that's the transition that you will see. It goes from green to lighter green to we have yellows, different desert paradise, Mexican border paradise. That tends to be orange, and then finally it transitions to red bougainvilleas. Couple of more ficuses I had in the ground here. Same time when I put these, they kind of died because they couldn't take the summer heat because of all the pavers.
The
The ground
heat.
is so
Yeah.
compact. So I do want to do something here again. I'm going to give it one more shot, probably dig up a little bit more dirt and create a hopefully more friendlier environment for the 2 ficuses that I lost.
I don't think we can go beyond this point without talking about the fireplace.
Okay, the fireplace. I'm a big fan of Game of Thrones. So much so that I wanted to bring an element of Game of Thrones in my backyard. And anyone that has seen the show, they know it's famous for dragons. Drogon is the iconic dragon there. So my intent was to create a dragon-like look. If you use your imagination a little bit, it's actually a dragon is sitting, it's spreading its wings. Of course, the head is kind of hidden because it's looking back. And the intent was it's a fireplace, so it's a fire-breathing dragon. And we do have some potteries and stuff. It's actually a functioning fountain. So water actually trickles down from there and falls through and comes down the dragon wings. At least that is the principle. Just to use a little bit of your imagination, you will see a dragon.
Eventually, we'll do an update of it when it is completed, and
Yeah, or we take it down completely. One of those two.
either one, yes.
So yeah, this is an outdoor kitchen. We wanted a bar, come kitchen, come something to entertain when we are outside in the backyard. So yeah, I mean that's basically how we did it. Again, you would see the elements of these glass blocks being integrated within the kitchen as well. So these are running on LED lights. And so yeah, that's kind of the setup. We obviously have a gas grill and everything hooked up. Yeah, while this was being done, because it's kind of like a mountainous region and construction was going on, we had a couple of snakes came by.
Oh.
They came and checked the place out. We had for a while some rat infestation was going on, but eventually everything kind of, I think it kind of took its course and slowly they all left. They
The
all
place.
came, visited, blessed, and went about their way. So.
You know, in the hack he has found.
But it works.
Hands are clean except for one finger, so you only need to clean one finger when you make food. I think. Vada.
Vada, James Vada.
Amigo Vada. I think retirement is secure, man. Between Vada and Dosa, I think we got this covered. So just like in White House, they have a rose garden. We have a rose lane.
So the other side is Palm Lane and this is Rose Lane.
That's right. But then it's also transitioning into a banana lane. We'll get into that in a minute. Again, the color transition is what is of interest here. It literally starts with white. So if you remember, I was telling you, it starts from the transition happens from green all the way to red in the back. Same thing, the transition happens from white from this end through yellows to shades of yellow and white to oranges to mild shades of a peach through oranges to all the way to deep red. That's kind of the transition that I have we worked towards in creating. Except one of the plants was the wrong colored plant. So even though the transition is there, you'll see one orange where it doesn't belong, but it's okay. So yeah, this is a rose lane. We had two Hong Kong orchids. Unfortunately, I lost one of them. Again, everything has been in pairs. So this is where I had my other Hong Kong orchid, but it took. I think salt got to the roots is what the general feedback was. I was talking to a lot of people on Facebook and whatnot, or on WhatsApp. And yeah, so this part is becoming a banana plantation.
Beautiful.
Didn't plan on doing this. We just had this one mother tree here. She started having many pups. So this one, these three are from this plant. We still have a few more pups growing. So my plan is to continue to create this segment completely, make it a banana plantation. So these are called. I haven't had fruits yet, but they say this is an ice cream banana, is what they say. This one is supposed to be a blue banana. Again, never had it. It's supposed to be small, and so we'll see how that comes out.
And then we have the
Duke jasmines.
yeah.
So these are called Grand Duke jasmines. If you notice, they look like a small button rose, but actually these are jasmines. Yeah, they don't do very well in sun, direct sun. So peak summer, we still get about a foot and a half of shade here. So capitalizing on that, and now that we have these bananas, I am expecting, because bananas love the sun, so it's going to build out very quickly. When that happens, I'm expecting that would give enough shade and hopefully protects the Grand Dukes.
Actually, this Rose Lane and the Banana Lane looks beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Every Desi home has to have a curry plant, so it's no different. Except the uniqueness of this is, when we were picking this tree, I wanted a tree with a lot of twists and turns and character to it. So if you notice, the trunk is kind of it has probably gone through some stress when it was much younger, but I think we have saved it well. It was not doing that well throughout last 2 years, but I think it's slowly started to pick up. I have been getting rid of the seeds that come in, so every time we have seeds, we literally like these little seeds.
Yep.
For now, we're just getting rid of it. Eventually, I'm sure we will
let it grow.
These are this is called the Barbados cherry. Fruit is slightly tarty. Mostly the birds get them before we get to it. But amazing. It's a very sweet looking tree. Again, there's two of them as a pair. Yep. So that's the one that doesn't belong there. That's the orange that needs to be in the end. But we will let them stay there.
This is what makes Arizona look like Hawaii.
Yeah, so these are plumerias. I struggled a little bit initially with plumerias. For some reason, I thought like I said, in Hawaii, they have this pretty common. So we actually got a small stump from Hawaii in one of our visits, and I thought it needs to be in a humid place, so I kept it in the bathroom, thinking that will give it enough humidity and eventually it will get it out. But it died. It didn't do well. But I found this, and for some reason they're doing really well. They don't like direct sun, but unfortunately here it gets full sun. I'm hoping that again someday with the two cherries building out, even the roses have been giving them some protection. So hopefully it will sustain. More Duke jasmines here. If you notice, I've dug all this up a little bit. The plan is to continue to put those bananas as they come out. This is a interesting one. It's an experiment work in progress. This is a jackfruit. We'll see whether it survives the winter. They say it's hard for it to handle the winter, but we'll see if it goes.
This Barbados cherry,
More Barbados cherries, yes.
a different kind or the same kind?
Same kind. Just 2 pair. So yeah, these are still fruiting. 2 weeks, about 4 weeks ago, I think this whole tree was filled with cherries.
Oh,
And I
beautiful.
was surprised when I just came; it was all red.
Beautiful.
And yeah, as you notice, the roses are transitioning, and then it gets to really dark rose.
Yeah.
Again, more of the plumerias. We try to get it in different colors. So we have a dark one, we have a mixed one, and there is a pink one over there. I think we had 4, maybe we lost one. Yeah. So that's kind of the story. I transplanted one of those banana pups here.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, it's not doing well. I don't know. I'm going to give it some more time and see what happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it makes it. Yeah.
So, anything else that sticks out in your memory of making this happen?
Labor of love, I think it goes without saying. I didn't know I was a gardener, and actually, believe it or not, thanks to Sandhya, she had once or twice asked me to plant trees. This happened about 4 years back, I think 4 or 5 years back.
And that's when you had asked for, can I grow gulmohar?
That's probably where the conversation
That's
began.
where it started, and it started from gulmohar. I said, yes, it does.
Very true. So I never considered myself as a garden guy, but it's been an amazing hobby. I pretty much find myself, when I'm not inside, I'm literally outside, morning hours. First thing I do, grab a cup of coffee, come out, check on the plants. It's almost like children, kind of see. Oh, this is the other crazy thing I was doing. I don't know if there is any truth to it or not, but occasionally we play Vishnu Sahasranamam, and thankfully we have speakers outside. So I've been playing those when we do, and one aunt, she came and visited us. She said, "Oh, plants absolutely grow really well
Yes.
when you play all these."
I agree.
So we'll. I'm not going to question it. Obviously, things are doing well here. Real quick, we'll step out from here. So more jasmines, and that rose didn't belong there. Finally, we said Ajoy didn't allow us to put roses in the front yard,
Oh, okay.
but I said, let's try it. Worst case scenario, they may ask me to move it. So far, nobody has said nothing.
Good.
So we're going to leave it. That's actually called a Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton?
Yeah.
Oh,
You see these little agave pups. These all came from that mother plant over there.
oh, there's still babies there.
So we've been pulling, as those pups come out, we go. There's one behind the tree. So me and my kids, we started putting these agave pups all over the front of the house. So that's been going on. Yeah, and then of course jasmines have been doing extremely well.
You have lot of jasmine.
That's true. We have plenty of jasmines. Again, when I bought them, they were all like very small, almost like not
One
1
gallon.
maybe 2 gallons, slightly bigger than the smallest one. They were very cheap at the time. I think $10 is what we paid. They all done really well. Oh, gardenias! I love gardenias.
Me too. Oh, I love because
They have never done well for me except in this house. Of course, they are all now dry and not in season.
yes, gardenias are beautiful.
Absolutely spectacular. They
Smells
really
wonderful,
well.
beautiful.
Yeah, right around February, March, this place looks amazing, especially when the gardenias start to flower. I have a couple of gardenias in my courtyard. I'll show you that. Those have done extremely well. The ones in the courtyard. I kept them in a planter. Oh, that's the other thing you'll see. I'm somewhat of a pot guy, as in I love pottery. So in this house, I think we have close to 75 or 80 pieces of pottery in the house. Over the years, we have collected this. Hibiscus, they do extremely well in pottery. So you can, again, you can see them. It's kind of hidden behind. It does really well. So I have 2, 4, 6 in the front yard, all hibiscuses. They do it's almost like a painting on a canvas. That's all.
Yes, it does look really nice.
This is called a ponytail palm, and if you notice, it's got a little bulb kind of a thing underneath. It does very well in sun. I just need to move them out. They were in small pots, so I just kind of use them here for now. Eventually, I do plan to take them out. These are more rollings. As I said, I'm a pot guy. So, oh, this is my newest addition. Inspired by the mango and Zinataman, I started germinating mangoes.
Mango
So
seeds.
I found seeds. I have a couple of them actually growing in the back. There's one growing there. Most of these other ones are inside house. I brought them out because I gave them some fertilizer today. You'll see more pottery when we deliver it and find out that way. Oh, so this is the garden I was talking about. So this one and this one. So my kids and I, we planted these. Again, they were very small when we did. They've grown really well. We have one more garden egg going there. Oh, this is interesting. From Costco. These are Shimla mirch.
Bell pepper.
Bell pepper, yeah, green pepper. And I think this is actually green chilies. Yeah, there you go. I didn't
Yeah,
even know
there
it's
it is.
there. Oh wow,
Jalapeno.
jalapenos. So yeah, I didn't even notice it was growing. And yeah, more palms. I'm crazy for robinis. I love them.
You're the pot guy.
The pot guy, of course. Tulsi, every Indian home will probably find these. I don't know what kind of cactus these are. It doesn't grow much bigger than this, is what I've heard. We used to have water in it and it started to rot. So I removed the water supply. So once or twice a week we generally hand water it, and that's about all we do. A couple of lavenders. That's the other one. Lavenders. Mom has been throwing all the tulsi seeds in here, so they've been doing really well. They've been growing.
The tulsi grows really well here once it starts to.
So that's a volunteer of tulsi. It just grew from the ground, so we didn't have the heart to pull it out, so we left it. Another lavender. And yeah, again, Rogalani is kind of the palm of choice for me. Someday I wanted to keep them inside. So we had a bunch of palms inside, and then they tend to attract mosquitoes and bugs and whatnot. So finally we ended up moving everything out.
So it is a beautiful garden, I should say. I have been wanting to do this since 2020 and the pandemic hit, and now that we are able to do this, I want to do an update like maybe 2 to 3 years from now.
Thank you so much.
So I want to see the progress.
Absolutely.
And-
I hope I'm able to keep it. And I
Yes.
hope, in 2-3 years, these of course are far more mature.
Thank you.
Thank you for getting me into gardening.
Gulmohar is where it started.